This is the Civilization 4 NLL. Hello and welcome to the Noble Leaders League. This is the first division game between Pacal II and Pericles. Pacal II is number 18, 3 points in 0-0-5 form. Pericles is number 13 with 7 points and in 2-1-2 form. Pacal II is on a 5-game losing streak. His last points came in round 4 when he did win Diplo at home to Joao II. Pericles is undefeated in his last 3, a domination win versus Willem van Oranje last time. Pericles is my favorite in this game. Let's get to the starting positions. Resource bubbles on, and we see Pacal II here. He starts next to some jungles. There is stone, there is oil, there are pigs, some ivory, and then more pigs up there. He starts in the northeast of the starting continent. Pericles start in the southwest, next to a river with pigs, with stone. There is some fish down here, some clams over here, some copper over here. We also have some wine up here. So let's see who can get the best start here. It's no point in delaying the start any longer. Let's go get it over with. Pacal II versus Pericles. Pacal, rock bottom of the league, and he is in need of something special in the next few rounds now. 2 cities first for Pacal at very least. That is something. Pericles is annoyed with Pacal. They are in different religions. Let's see who can build up the military strength first. Pacal is a little bit weaker than Pericles. 3 cities each at the moment. Coming up on turn 100 in the not too distant future, and Pericles is first to 4 cities. Pacal stays on 3. Then Pacal switches religion to Christianity as well. 5 cities for Pericles. Pacal still only on 3. And now we see Pericles is up to 7 and Pacal is still on 3 cities. This is important, Pacal. What are you doing? 4 cities now. You are not expanding. Pericles is taking all the land. He has 8 cities versus Pacal's 4. Now Pacal is at least up to 5 cities then, but he is late to the party here. Pacal II, Pericles on 8 cities, Pacal II on 5, both of them getting machinery now. And Pacal is going, and both of them getting engineering as well. Pericles now 10, 11 cities. Pacal has 6 after sorry for the cough. After that last foundation, Pacal is now up to 8 cities. Pericles on 14. Pacal is getting optics, going for philosophy next then. Pacal is down to 0.7 the strength of Pericles, but we don't have a war yet. Pericles on 14 cities, Pacal II on 8. This is an important advantage for Pericles, up to 15 cities, and Pericles is going optics, but Pacal is on astronomy already. Will Pericles go straight to astronomy as well, or will he not? No, he goes divine right first. So Pacal is getting a few turns more there to send out his settlers. Even though Pacal is slowly getting towards astronomy, Pericles has divine right already, going for, well, the civil service in 1 turn. Pericles 16 cities, 17 cities to 8, and now Pacal is on education, and Pericles is getting his techs rather fast. Nationalism next for Pericles. Pacal has settled in the new world. Up in the middle of the map you see there, he has 9 cities, but Pericles is up to 18 himself. 11 cities now for Pacal II, and he is trying to catch up in city count now, but 20 cities for Pericles. That is expanding very well, as you can see down in the southern part of the map. 20 cities for Pericles, 13 for Pacal II. That is not completely out of the game yet though. Constitution next for Pacal then, going on to corporations. Pericles is now getting astronomy, but Pacal II is up to 14 cities at least. So Pericles with 20 cities, Pacal II on 14 now. Both of them are going towards printing press, and Pacal is getting it first, but Pacal is weaker than Pericles, down to 0.6 the strength. And with Pericles more cities, 21, 22 cities for Pericles now, 22 to 15. Pacal settling another 2 up to 17 cities, so he is evening out the city count numbers. That is good, at least for Pacal II, because he needs points from this game. but Pericles is so much stronger than Pacal that if a war breaks out, I am afraid for Pacal II that he may not get a point from this game. Pacal has a golden age at least, up to 18 cities, but Pericles on 24. He has the advantage, and Pericles now going rifling as well, and Pacal II going replaceable parts. 24 to 18, Pacal is getting gunpowder at least, and rifling next as well, up to 20 cities now for Pacal II. Can he get something from this game anyway? We are at turn 318. Pericles on 24 cities, Pacal II up to 20 cities. And now 21 cities for Pacal. He is getting back into it. Pericles with 24 cities going railroads. Pacal is getting steel, which means that Pacal is on his way back into this game. He is fighting his way back. He got astronomy, he expanded into the new world, and he has 21 cities versus Pericles' 24. Getting railroad up now, Pacal II as well, up to 0.8 the strength of Pericles. He used to be down to 0.6, now is up to 0.8. And the number is no longer red even, and they are both going for combustion. Pacal II on 21 cities, Pericles on 24. It looks like Pacal is catching up in military strength as well, getting military tradition. Up to 0.9 the strength of Pericles, getting assembly line next for Pacal II. This could be a comeback for Pacal II. He has a chance to actually get a win in this game now. I didn't think he was going to get that. He expanded really poorly in the beginning of the game. I thought this was a Pericles slam dunk win, but now it is even. Now it is even. Turn 359, 24 cities, 221 favoring Pericles. Pericles is also slightly stronger militarily, and he has more score. But Pacal II is definitively in this game. He's going fascism next. Pericles is going physics. 24 cities to 21. That is probably going to stay that way for a while unless somebody settles that island that is a little bit up north from the starting continent, or some of the Arctic areas in the east of the map. 24 to 21, Pacal 0.9 the strength of Pericles. Going on for electricity, Pericles is getting his physics up. 22 cities for Pacal now. 22 cities, and he's starting to catch up in score as well, maybe. He's about 700 points behind in score. 22 cities for Pacal. Turn 372. 24 to 22. Pericles still with the advantage, but now Pacal II is stronger than Pericles, is up to 1.1 times the strength, which means that he may be trying to build up some units. He's going for radio next, while Pericles is on assembly line. 22 cities for Pacal II, and he is 1.1 times the strength of Pericles. He hasn't been stronger than Pericles all game. So this is a development. Pacal may be building units up to 1.2 for a second there as well. Going mass media next for Pacal II then. Assembly line for Pericles is going to help his power a little bit as well. Still 24 to 22 cities. Pericles is cautious towards Pacal. Pacal is getting mass media. We are at turn 383. It is so important for Pacal II to get a win here, and we do have a war. 23 cities each. Pericles up to 24 again. 24 to 23 is the city count. Pacal is 4 times away from industrialism, while Pericles is getting fascism. They are equal in strength, almost equal in city count, almost equal in score. This war is going to decide a lot, I feel. Going plastics next, Pacal, and Pacal has slightly better score. Pacal has 24 cities, Pericles 23. Pacal on plastics, Pericles on radio 24 to 23, and Pacal II 1.1 times the strength of Pericles. Pacal is going to win this war, isn't he? 24 cities to 23, but we are within the last 100 turns. We are at turn 403. Is this enough for Pacal? Can he win the game from this position with 95 turns left on the clock? 24 cities to 23. Pacal II is trying his best, going biology. Pericles going mass media. Pacal 1.2 times the strength of Pericles now, and we have the peace treaty. Pacal II with 24 cities, Pericles on 23. Biology is in the bag for Pacal II, going medicine next, and Pericles on mass media. But will this then be a race towards the space race victory for Pacal II, or will they go culture? I doubt very much that Pacal is going to end up winning domination from this position. They are very evenly matched militarily, so that is not an option. Pacal going fission, Pericles is going industrialism now. They are equal in strength, they are equal in city count almost, they are equal in score almost. This must be either a culture victory or it must be a space race victory. Pacal II going artillery, Pericles is going towards plastics, rocketry next for Pacal II. 24 cities to 23. At least Pacal II did come back in this game. He had a very poor start. I thought Pericles was going to have an easy time winning this, but he did not. He didn't attack early enough and Pacal built himself up. But if this is going to be a draw here in 60 turns time, that is not going to be what Pacal II needs. He would need a win, but a point is a point anyway. But he is lagging behind, he is last in the league, he would surely need more than one. But 1 is better than 0. 24 cities to 23, going flight for Pacal now with 53 turns left on the clock. I haven't seen an Apollo program being built. Pacal is not going for culture. Pericles, I don't know if he is going culture, he's going fission as well though. Pacal is 1.3 times the strength of Pericles. Let's see what happens. Going advanced flight now, Pacal II. I think with 46 turns left, there may not be enough time for Pacal II to win space in this game. Maybe he shouldn't have gone to that war. Lasers in 4 turns. Yeah, he doesn't have enough time to win space now, does he? Is this going to end a draw then for Pacal II? A draw is better than nothing, but it is not good enough in his position. 24 cities to 23, 39 turns left. Will anyone win culture? It is so late game. Ecology next for Pacal. Pericles 3 turns away from lasers. I don't know if any one of these have done any cultural building in their cities. That depends. There is a lot of text left for Pacal. He's not going to go into space in time. I'm sorry Pacal, but you are too late for that. You had to focus better in the early game. You had to make it a better early game. 4 turns away from computers. 29 turns left of the game though. 2 turns from computers. Fiber optics for Pericles. Robotics next for Pacal, but with 26 turns left of the game, it's a space race that you are not going to win in time, unfortunately. This looks like it's going to be a point each. 23 cities Pacal. He must have lost a city due to cultural pressure from Pericles, which means that Pacal probably is not going culture. I don't know if Pericles is trying to win culture. That could be it. That would be a disappointment for Pacal. Once he got himself into this position, he at least had a chance to win it, but with 16 turns left, still fighting to get to genetics, with 23 turns and 4 away from fusion for Pericles then. 16 turns left of the game, turn 4, 84, and this is taking some time, I see. And now 2 texts left for Pacal, and with only 15 turns left, he is not going to get there, I'm afraid. He's not going to win a space race victory, but that is what he is trying to do. Turn 4, 86, 23 cities, 3 turns away from fiber optics. Pericles is going culture. Pericles must be trying to go culture. Pericles, he has 69 turns left on fusion. Is Pericles going to win culture? Is Pericles has completed the cockpit. Pericles has completed the cockpit. He is not going to complete the spaceship though. 13 turns left, and we look at Pericles, and I believe that he is trying to win a cultural victory now. He is spending 50 turns left on his tech, which means that Pacal has completed the Apollo program way too late. It's 12 turns left of the game, unfortunately. 1 turn for fiber optics for Pacal, but Pericles, look at Pericles, he is teching so slow, he must be trying to go for culture. And he has 11 turns to reach his 3rd legendary city. Does he even have legendary cities? I don't know. Pericles has completed the docking bay though, but with 8 turns left, it is way too late. Way too late, Pericles. I haven't seen any legendary cities. but that is what he is trying to do here, I think. With 50 turns to computers, Pericles must surely be trying to go for culture, but we don't know because we don't see the sliders. Pacal has a golden age, creative constructions by Pacal has been incorporated. It doesn't really matter that much with 4 turns left of the game. The only question is Pericles going to win culture in the last 4 turns? And there is a legendary city. There was a legendary city, but not a cultural win. Can he get another one in the last 2 turns? Can Pericles get another one in the last 2 turns? Turn 498. It could be the latest cultural win ever. 1 turn left, and I think this is it. And I think this is over. Oh, sorry for the cough, but here it is. It is a draw. Pacal II, at least he gets a point from this game, but he was very poor in the early game, and he saved a point in a game I thought he was going to lose for a very long time. It ends in a draw and 1 point each. Pacal II did come back after a terrible start. If only he had been better in the early game, but so he was not. Well, congratulations with the comeback and a point, I guess. It's better than 0. Whew, let's go to the replay. Pacal II declared one war, that was in 1964, turn 384, winning 2-0 in city captures, signing peace treaty in 1988, turn 408 after 24 turns and years in war. Here are the graphs, and we see Pacal is the darkest one and Pericles is the lighter one, and we see the score. We see the GNP here, we see the production, the food, the power, the culture, and the espionage, and we see the culture that was Pericles trying to go there, obviously. Demographics then, we see Pacal II's numbers to the left, Pericles's to the right. 70 million population for Pericles, 81 for Pacal. Those are some good numbers here. Top 6 cities and wonders then. Here we see, let's go to the bottom and see that there were 1, 2, 3, 4 of the BC wonders here. And let's go back to the top here and let's say take a look at the top 6 cities. Pericles has the number 1 city. He also has the number 2 and 3. Pacal II has number 4 and 5, and then Pericles has the 6th city. Let's go to the statistics then. You see Pacal II, 22 cities built, 3 religions, 2 golden ages, currently on 39 windmills, 35 towns, 32 farms, and he built in his cities 23 barracks, 22 harbors and granaries, down to 5 walls. Let's go to the page down and see the rest on page 2. The United Nations is there, page down again. And see Creative Constructions as the last building. The headquarters of the Creative Constructions is the last building that he did build. Let's go back to the top and check current units for Pacal then. Top, 65 mechanized infantry, 34 tanks, 32 marines, down to 1 caravel, and he did train in his cities 37 tanks, 36 longbowmen, 33 marines, 6 war elephants. Let's go page down and see a complete page 2 with the pikemen down there. Let's go page down again and see a ship of the line completing the list of units trained. The kills, 33 infantries, 24 destroyers, 13 grenadiers, down to 1 Jewish missionary, and the losses were 31 infantries, 26 cavalries, 20 destroyers, down to 1 marine. Pericles' numbers, 25 cities built, 4 religions, 2 golden ages, currently on 79 windmills, 48 farms, 27 towns. He did build in his cities 26 granaries, 24 barracks, 21 lighthouses, factories and theaters, 9 bunkers. Let's go page down. And Versailles is at the bottom of page 2. Let's go page down again and see the Temple of Solomon at the bottom of page 3. Let's go page down again and see 1 Taoist monastery as the last building built by Pericles. Current units then, 88 infantry, 23 workers, 21 tanks, down to 1 battleship. He did train a total of 44 longbowmen, 33 workers, 33 infantries, 8 airships, page down. Let's see 1 galleon, page down again, and 1 trireme as the last unit trained for Pericles. The kills, 31 infantry, 26 cavalries, 20 destroyers, down to 1 submarine, and the losses, 33 infantry, 24 destroyers, 13 grenadiers, and down to 1 Jewish missionary. Let's go take a look at the victory condition screen then. Here we see the numbers, equal in score, pretty even in land area and world population as well, 55% for Pericles though. We see here that Pericles was not that far away from a cultural victory, 30 turns, which was a little bit too late, but not way too late. He could have tried to go for it and maybe won it. Pericles, both of them built the Apollo program. Pericles has completed 1 docking bay, but that's basically it that he has at the moment. And if we go down here to the bottom, we see Pacal II building both the Apostolic Palace and the United Nations. So let's go take a look at the cities then. Pacal II has 23 of them. Sort by population to get Quirigua up on top, Pop 25, Koba and Cozumel 22, and then we see the 21s and 20s and down. They are happy, they are healthy, they have good food, they have a very good base commerce, a lot of cities with 100 and something. 137 I think is the best in Mutal, 133 in Chichen Itza as well is very good. They also have some good production here, and building some thrusters and a space elevator as well, Oxford University, and a thruster again in Calakmul. Let's go take a look at the cities of Pericles then. Get over to Pericles. Okay, he has 24 cities then. So let's click on this one, sort by population again, and see Athens 25 pops, Corinth, Halicarnassus 22. They are happy and healthy and they have good food. They have a little bit not as much commerce, but still a city on triple digits done. Corinthian 102. Also good production, a lot of power, building Manhattan Project, Ironworks, Rogue Epic, and a cockpit built in Ephesus. Spoiler alert, results and updated league tables follows after this screen. After this draw, the league looks like this, with Pacal II still 18th place now with 4 points, negative 24 score turn difference. Pericles is number 11 with 8 points and a positive 34. We do have a game from the first qualifying round of the Cup a little bit later today, and tomorrow we are back in the 3rd division with the games between Lincoln and Brennus in the first game and De Gaulle versus Ragnar in the second. I am Kjotleik, this has been the Noble Leaders League. I hope to see you back later. Goodbye for now.